Hello,
Hello,
everybody, and
everybody.
welcome to BIFR BC here in the Amir Grand Prix in Palm Harbor Circuit. This circuit has a total of 12 turns and 2 DRS zones with multiple tricky turns. Drivers are going to have a lot of hard times trying to stay on track and avoiding breaking the track limits. Joined with me in the commentary box is Nate, Bed, and Opa. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Bob.
Hello.
Today we have
So,
quite an exciting qualifying here today.
bit of a poor attendance, though, but what do you guys think is going to happen here in the sprint?
So
I
from
could
what
see
I've
that.
seen from the practice times, Spectre does not look as competitive as I expected. Leonard looking quite fast today, and Chaotic Fire is also looking quite fast.
Yeah, from
So,
what I've
yeah.
seen in the practice times, might actually get another win here. He's been setting 105s a few times, so yeah, driver's gonna be looking to set out around 105 to 106s if they want to get high in the field. I think 107 is probably gonna be a back marker, but yeah, we'll see how it is as we get more and more people joining. We have 12 drivers on the grid right now. From what I can see, no academy drivers for now as we just have a minute left of qualifying.
Yeah, so so the leaderboard has been reset, damage has been auto repair has been turned off, damage has been turned on, etc., etc. Leaderboard has been cleared and everyone is lining up at the pit entry, and Samuk has left the pit lane under red flag conditions. That's interesting.
That's not legal, isn't it?
Yeah, that is not legal. The FIA is gonna be giving a reprimanding to
Seems like
Samuk.
seems like we're having a bit of issues with the leaderboard right now.
Yep, and speaking of poor attendance, doesn't look as poor anymore as we have a lot of people here today. Actually,
Well,
Yeah, now they're starting to join in, but just 12. We've definitely had more.
yep. So today we have Spectre, Mikey, who's playing on my account, Wolven, Lars, Ayakubin, Leonard, Jaden, Chaotify, Alex, SF14, Jamal, Joni, and Samuk. So pretty good field today. From what I've seen, the Mercs do not have the pace compared to the Ferraris today, but Spectre he can just cook when he needs to.
Yeah, I feel like Spectre, he always he seems really shit during the practice, before the race, and then in the race he just comes out of nowhere and then fucking wins. But maybe I think the Ferraris are starting to challenge Mercedes more and more as we progress through this season. But as long as Spectre can keep getting podiums, that driver champion and the constructor champion is with him.
Yep, as Spectre, he doesn't need to do much to win the championship anymore, as there's a huge gap. But if he does not finish or finishes very low in the sprints and races and does not get pole positions, he could quite easily lose the championship. You never know. Tables can turn quite easily.
That is true, but I just think with Spectre, a bit of pace has been lost throughout the rounds, but for now, he's still looking very, very competitive.
As it looks like the green flags are about to go anytime soon. And it's
we
green
have
flags. The Mercedes are out first, the Audis and the Haas's and the Williams and the AlphaTauris are all out, ready to set some laps. Fresh new softs, lowest fuel conditions. What a perfect day to set some amazing laps, pushing the cars to its absolute limits. No stone spare.
Yep.
So Spectre is the
Well,
first one out, so
those
he has
limits-
the cleanest vision here. But it looks like Jade is also trying to fight alongside with Spectre for the clean air.
Yep, as
The main
season
issue
4
here, from what I've
yeah.
seen through practice, is that a lot of cars are going to keep going wide and get warnings and then get penalties. And it's going to be a huge issue, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, track limits here is very similar to a track limit invalidation in Austria. As soon as you go off that white line, it's an immediate warning. Especially at this infamous slingshot-esque chicane over here. It's very luck-based. You have to hope the physics engine is on your side and gives you the perfect run to the sling chicane. And here we go. A couple of people have started on their laps. Leonard has started.
And Jaden, I think, have started their laps.
Yep.
And
So here
my
we
game
go.
is frozen.
Yep.
Oh, there
As
you
here we
go.
go. Jaden through the first high-speed corners. Looked pretty untidy there. And as we go on to Spectre, also looks untidy. It's a green sector, but Leonard sets the fastest sector. And Jaden, obviously, he was the first one to start the lap, so he sets the fastest sector. So far, Leonard has the fastest sector.
Is Leonard going to be able to compete? Unlike USA, will he be getting one more win added to his numerous wins that he has since Season 2 here? Let's see who is going to get pole position. Or will we get a
Very
surprise
good
pole
middle
position by
sector.
Jaden?
As Alex, I believe, is also on a lap as well. So, Wolven, that's his out lap.
Oh,
So
Leonard went wide. Leonard went
The
wide.
winner was wide.
Leonard
That
That
has
was, a,
gone
really
wide.
that was about to be a beautiful lap there, but he went wide.
And he goes into
comes
the
into
box.
bits.
So does Spectre.
And so does Spectre. What's
That's his
Jaden gonna
last
set
time.
though?
His lap
Oh,
was
Jaden had it right.
invalidated.
Last sector. That's his time invalidated.
And Mikey has
That's what
had
we're talking
an
about here.
awful
To be
lap.
very
He's
different.
invalidated in the first 2 sectors.
I mean, so now on provisional pole is Samek with a
Samek.
107.7 because the front runners.
Actually, it's Jamal now.
Jamal.
The mall now beats it by about 2 tenths.
About 1.5
But
tenths.
here
Yep.
is we can see all the front runners here are having issues with their qualifying because they keep getting their laps invalidated or they keep ruining it because of the track limits here. It's a very narrow circuit, as you can see. It's on a street circuit exactly, but it is quite narrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it's
call
sort
it
of
narrow.
very
I would
difficult.
call it very technical, especially at the 3-corner, the chicane, because you will need a lot of precision at that corner.
Yep, you need to interact with the apexes perfectly, or your car just gets flung up in the air, or you spin. No, it's either you get a lot of traction or no traction and get sent up in the air. It's a very hard chicane to tackle for these drivers. As you can see, as Joni goes through it, gets hit by it quite bad, and I believe he is
Oh
reversed.
yeah, he's now facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Is he driving the wrong side of the track?
What is
And
Johnny
Leonard,
doing?
Right
here we
the
go.
wrong way.
No.
Yeah, Leonard has started his lap. Here we go. Very tidy first corner. A lot of it is flat out, apart from the very first corner. Ooh, big bump over there. That sends the rear of Leonard alive. Not in the good way, though. And let's see what he can do. First sector, he's down by 1/10.5. That is not looking good, but he hit a bump. Ooh, and not fast enough through that double apex right-hander. Again, doesn't look like a very tidy lap there, as Spectre sets the fastest first sector.
Spectre's gotten a corner cut from going wide.
You can actually take that apex over there wide if you position yourself correctly. As you can see, he hasn't gotten an invalidation from doing that. He's just positioned it perfectly on the limit.
Oh,
And here we go.
Leonard is down
Spectre
6
gained
tenths on that
weeks
middle
of time.
sector.
And he's done very well. Spectre has had a good slingshot chicane. And here we go into the double apex right-hander in the final corner. Has he done
And
enough
it's
to get
going to
provisional
be
pole?
a 105.9. That takes
105.9.
him on provisional pole. Leonard, 2 yellow sectors, all 3 yellow sectors, he does not improve. But what he does, he goes 107.6. He improves to P3. But it's
107
Spectre on provisional pole right now.
Yep, as Mikey sets a pretty average time of 107. That's enough to get him provisional P2. But these times are going to be dropping as the average estimated lap times around here are 106, are very low 106s to mid 105s.
Yeah. Let's see. Jaden still has not set a lap. Surprisingly, I mean, he had decent sectors on his first lap, but then he keeps. I think he keeps going wide. Now he's on his out lap. So will he finally be able to set a lap? Let's see. Is Leon, the Williams driver, is in P5 right now? And we
Amazing
have a
performance from
Mercedes
Leon.
front row right now. It's looking very good for Mercedes right now. If the Ferraris can't improve, then this could be a a Mercedes front row lockout. It's chaotic. He also has yet to set a time, which is surprising. I expected him to be fighting for this pole position, but maybe he's having issues. He goes fastest second sector, so maybe I was wrong. Oh,
He's
but he might have
really
been wide
taking the
there.
track to the limit.
Is he going to get penalized for that? Let's find out.
As he crosses the line,
E2.
he hits a P2, 106.4.
Really great racing
Wow.
line there.
He lost a lot of time in that first sector, but the second two sectors were both purple.
He's very
Sorry
angry
for
over
my-
the radio.
Sorry for my silence, I just had to go get something. But yeah, what has happened? So Spectre still P1, Chaotic Fight P2 with a decent time, 106.4. He's
He lost a
complaining
lot of time in
about...
the first sector.
Yeah.
But the other two sectors were beautiful. As Joseph, the Audi driver, comes into P3, spoiling the
Joseph.
Mercedes party. So now it's a 1-4 for Mercedes.
Yeah, but Mikey has not been setting good lap times in general. Maybe in the practice sessions he was going
And
a lot
Leonard
faster.
crosses the line to start his flying lap. Let's see how it goes.
Leonard's gonna need an absolute banker to even start within the top 5. Let's see where this is gonna put him.
A lot of pressure on the Ferrari driver, especially the contender for the championship driver standings.
Yeah,
Yep.
and here we go. He's only a 10 down. That's not bad. Let's see
Okay,
how much.
yeah, it's considering his times, he could improve quite a bit in the other two sectors.
Yep, here we go. Middle sector it is.
Is he going to be able to set up purple middle sector? Let's see.
Yeah, looking very tidy to there. Leonard, on his lap guide, has described to take those two corners into the big back straights a little wide to carry as much exit speed as possible. And he's
He
only
is
500
just-
down.
Yeah.
Speaking of Spectre, he is faster in the middle sector. Let's see
Oh,
what
he
Spectre
crosses
can
line.
do.
What's it
Can he
going to be?
improve? He doesn't improve.
Oh, he doesn't improve. That was a very bad last sector. He was 8 tenths down in the last sector. Let's cut back to Leonard here.
Leonard comes
He
to the
crosses the
line.
line. What's it going to be?
It's a
Oh,
1 to
it's
6.2.
P2. It's P2. It's 2-3 for Ferrari, and now it's a 106.26.
Yeah, but
3 for Leonard.
Mikey is going faster. He's about 6 tenths up on his original time.
Oh,
This
this
could
is
be pole
interesting. Let's see
position.
what he
Oh,
can
he
do.
boxes.
Oh, he goes
He
into the
boxes.
pits. He must have gotten a warning. He must have gotten a warning there. That's why he must have boxed there.
Yep.
Well, he only got
Jaden's
one more
still
chance
yet
left.
to set a lap. As now he starts his flying lap. Let's see, will he finally be able to set a lap, or is he going to be at the bottom of the charts here?
Jaden having a shocker of a qualifying.
I mean,
Yep,
he's
yep.
having these glimpses of pace, but he's unable to keep it tidy so far.
Yeah, as
Alpha
Jaden
Tauri
in
coming
practice
last
yesterday
event.
was not looking optimistic at all. He said this track, as technical as it is, and as much as I like the technical stuff, this track just does not suit me at all.
Oh, and it looks like Ayako, the Haas driver, might have impeded Leonard. So we'll see how the FIA responds to that one.
Jaden attempts
Jaden gets a green first sector, but he's a 10.5 down on the second sector. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he goes wide. He goes wide. I think. Let's see if that's gonna give him a cut. Crosses the line. He comes across the line. What's it gonna be?
What is it going to be? It's an
It's
invalidation.
invalidated. It's another invalidated lap for
That lap would have been a
Jaden.
good. That lap, if he didn't invalidate, would have been good enough for P4. That is absolutely so
Oh,
crushing
that's
there.
unfortunate. Jaden needs to keep it tidy and just, keep it on the track, and he might be able to get a top 5. Let's see how it
Yep.
goes. Ooh,
He's a second
that was
down. He goes wide.
Mikey.
Ooh,
Mikey
Jamal
had
nearly
the green
blitzed
sectors
there.
there.
So it's a cooldown lap for Jaden right now. He needs to do one cooldown lap. As you can see, his fuel mix is on lean. He wants to do a cooldown lap.
Wait,
so that-
Wolven has crashed.
Oh!
Chaotic has told us Wolven has crashed.
Oh,
and he has.
He's flipped the
flipped
wrong
over.
way. He's
Oh,
flipped.
he's upside down.
And that's Lars' qualifying done. It's 7P10 right now, but lots of drivers are going to be improving as we
Leon
have
goes
just
to
around
P4.
4 minutes of qualifying left.
Can we also talk about the fact that Leon, out of nowhere, getting P4 in the Williams?
Even in Texas, he is having a beautiful qualifying. Will he be able to have the race pace to keep this position for the Williams team? Let's see how it goes.
As Joni seems to be improving right now.
Vector went for a lap, but he has a red sector, so that's his lap done. He's gonna darken to the pits. Obviously, no drivers are allowed to reset on the track, so that's a big waste of time for him. But he is clear at the top right now, with
Very
Letter
good
just
game,
being around
Joni.
3 tenths away from him. That's Leon parked up at the side of the track. What's he doing there?
As let's see what Joni says. Joni sets A 108. That's not good.
But that
And
is
Sama-
P9 right now. This is like
Sama
best
is
qualifying
improving.
here.
Half a time off on his best time.
Oh, but he's 4 tenths down on the middle sector. This would have to be a really good last sector if he wants to actually improve, but it doesn't look like it now.
Yep, Inspector boxes to reset.
Oh, that is an awful
almost
line
takes
for
the wrong
Sam.
way, but he keeps it. He keeps the car steady, but that's gonna be a big off for him.
And Chaotic
Loses
is
a lot of
improving,
time.
but he hits a very big bump on the double right-hander apex. And let's see what he can do in the middle
Let's see,
sector now.
how hard will that affect him?
Not the best line, but he is
Yep.
up.
He has
half a
gotten
tenth.
wide.
As predicted.
Well, that's 5
And he's
tenths
down.
off on the middle sector.
Now he's down 5 tenths.
And that's another red sector for Jaden, but I think this is just his outlap.
Yep, as here we go.
So
Chaotic
let's
had
see.
a very clean chicane. Let's see what he can do. Is it the fastest final sector or is it invalidation?
It's a yellow. It's a yellow. That's no
he's-
improvement there.
He has improved. He has improved, I believe. No, he hasn't. Sorry, that was my mistake.
It's still It's a 2-3 still for Ferrari. Mikey has dropped down a lot. He was about to get an absolute flyer lap there, but he messed it up.
Yep.
It's Leon, the Williams driver, in his best qualifying so far with the P4.
Super Joseph up by nearly 2 tenths on his lap. Look at that line. He is just flicking it through the corners.
Yeah, as Super Joseph
Let's see, but will he be able to keep
super
it
fast
tight
now.
through the final sector? The final sector gets a lot of drivers out, so let's see. We've seen so many of these things already. As we just have a minute of qualifying left, we've seen so many drivers do brilliantly through the first 2 sectors, but then absolutely bottle it in the last sector.
He's half a
Let's see
tenth
how it
up.
goes.
He's half a tenth up, so he's 2.5 tenths up on his lap so far.
Did Super Joseph challenge for a 106?
And it's a decent
he
chicane
did.
as well.
His lap!
The rear
It's a
end
decent-
stepped out there because he took too much curb. Well, he crosses the line. What's it gonna be?
Can
It looks
he
pretty
improve?
decent.
P4?
Oh, that was
He has
very
not
bad
improved.
last sector.
He's
So he
equaled
has
his
not
lap.
improved.
He's equaled his lap time, his previous lap time, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. That's unfortunate, but just like I said, the first 2 sectors you'll see drivers doing brilliantly,
And it's just
that
2
last
seconds
sector
left.
ruins
And
them.
the qualifying is over. Let's see what Leonard can do. He's only 3,000s up. He's abandoned his lap. It's over. Leonard was just about to start.
Has a green first sector, yellow second sector. He just needs to keep it on track, and he'll be able to improve to a top 10. I think he almost do it. He goes off the track one
Vector.
more time. I think is that going to be an invalidation?
Spectre fastest middle sector.
Is Spectre
Spectre
goes-
fastest middle sector.
Oh, he's 2 tenths up on that middle sector. What's he gonna do?
And it's a good chicane. And it's a good chicane as well.
Yeah,
Let's see what
he does
can do.
brilliantly on that chicane.
But he get low 105s. What will it be? To the line.
What will it be?
He
To
comes
the line.
across
Here we
the-
go. And it's
And
an
it's a
improvement.
1.7. As Jaden improves to P9, it's an 8-9 for AlphaTauri. And just like we said at the beginning of this session, Spectre came out of nowhere with brilliant pace, and he takes pole position here at the Emirate Grand Prix.
Absolute
What a
masterclass
goal.
from Spectra.
Just complete domination. He looked like he had no pace. But today he just suddenly has the pace.
That was
And
a
according-
brilliant lap from him at the end there. And it could have been even better because he got slightly lost a little bit of time. That middle sector was absolutely brilliant because he had 2 yellow sectors in the first and third one. As let's go through the grid, it's P1 once again for Spectre, not a rare sight to see here in this league. And that's Leonard coming back after that absolute horrid drive there in Texas. He comes back to take P2, followed by his teammate Chaotic in P3. Then you have the surprise qualifying of Leon in P4. Then he's followed by Joseph, the Audi driver, in P5. Then Jamal, P6, Mikey, P7 compared to his Mercedes teammate that's in P1. Then we have Samek and Jaden, the AlphaTauri drivers, the Mercedes reserve driver, or the Mercedes Academy driver, Joni, in P10. Lars, he's in P11. He obviously wasn't able to improve after that crash. And then we have the second William driver of Alex in P12, then Ayako in P13, SF in P14. And is Air driving?
As the sprint started, I don't think so.
Let's get right into the sprint race.
Yep, the sprint race.
Oh, and Air is driving for Haas.
And
apparently.
Aturnus is driving for Haas.
Yeah, he is a Ferrari Driver Academy member. He was just.
Yep, it's a sprint, so it is one formation lap plus 18 laps of just pure racing.
Let's see how it goes.
3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights,
and
it's like, and
and
away we go.
It's no, this
And
is a formation lap, man.
I like how we are so hyped up for the formation lap.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go. The race is
Start from the
starting.
pit.
The sprint race in UAE.
Oh my god, you can see the brilliant masterclass of the formation lap. What such brilliance
Whoa,
here.
Leonard has taken the lead. Leon is in second.
Oh my god, this is
and
crazy.
Spectre is in 10th.
So does Chaotic
Spectre's
Fly.
in
What is
10th.
going on today?
Jamal
Oh
and
my
Leon
God, this
side by
is
side
so
fighting for
crazy.
second place. It's
This is
intense.
Oh wait, Leon is in
Down into the
P2.
braking zone.
But Jamal is fighting Leon. Leon podium.
And go through
Side by
Super
side, and the Audi's
Joseph.
now there. It's almost a 4.
Oh my god, and here comes Super Joseph.
With another
Wow!
It's a full car battle for second place.
This is such crazy, but it's Leonard dominance, just like season 2. I mean, I don't know if he actually dominated. I don't know. I wasn't here, but
He
still.
did. He won the championship by like some 90 points or something, from what I remember.
Oh my god, it's another
And now-
domination.
And here we go.
Okay, now as the
Everyone has
drivers
to.
come to line up on the
Everyone
grid.
has to.
What's
line up on the
Joseph
grid.
doing?
Joseph overcooked.
Bro is not on pole position.
Super.
Okay, let's go through this let's go through the grid one more time for all the drivers to know that Spectre on pole position, followed by Leonard, Chaotic, Leon, Joseph, Jamal, Mikey, Samek, Jaden, Joey, Lars, Alex, Ayako, SF, and Artenis. I don't know how to say his name.
And Leonard and Chaotic Fly get a
Oh
big
yeah,
jump
this is
into
good. Oh, this is I forgot to mention. It's unfortunate for Leon after this masterclass qualifying, but he has a drive-through penalty because he didn't serve it in the last race. So he's gonna have to serve it this race, or he's probably gonna get disqualified.
All right, everyone is checking. So the grid checks are done, and now let's check if everyone is ready. All right, everyone seems ready.
Unlike a lot of other times, the grid has formed up perfectly without any confusion. As we have one red light,
Here we go.
two red
5,
lights,
4,
3 red
3,
lights,
2,
4,
1.
5,
And it's
and
lights
we're
out.
going
out.
Away we go.
It's a brilliant
Spectre gets a good start. Leonard also gets a good start.
And from Leonard, as we have the 2 Ferrari drivers starting to fight coming into the first few turns, as Chaotic, I think he's gotten through there, but Leonard is keeping up with him. As Spectre got a brilliant start there. He keeps the lead coming on.
And now the main objective for Spectre is to get out of the DRS from the Ferraris immediately. He does not need them attacking him all the time. And if these two Ferraris play DRS chicken with him, it's just going to use up his tires, it's going to use up his battery, and he's going to be in a worse position overall in the pit stops. This is a
Leonard
perfect
right now having a
opportunity.
bit of a tighter line than Spectre. He's starting to close the gap, but Chaotic is following him. So Leonard's bringing both drivers up to Spectre. Spectre is going to be facing a lot of pressure as both drivers start attacking him down onto the straight.
And Chaotic Fi overtakes Leonard. Yes, he does. Chaotic Fi overtakes Leonard. And let's see.
As
who will mess up the
Mikey
chicane.
has a brilliant start. He's jumped to P5, but he takes a bit too much curb. He almost loses it. He drops down 2 more positions. That's unfortunate. He had a brilliant start P7 to P4, but now he's down.
KFX crash! It's a lap 1 accident.
out.
Will that be a safety car?
That's Chaotic. He's out.
Chaotic is out.
That's no safety car. No safety car. That's off the line. That's off the track itself. But that's Chaotic's. That's his race done.
So there's no safety car. This is unbelievable drama, and Leonard leads, but he does not have the teammate anymore to defend him from Spectre's DRS. Here we go to the double right apex. This is such brilliant racing. And here we go, Spectre goes
Leonard
for the
goes
switch
down
back.
the inside there.
Yeah, and here we go, but Spectre has DRS. Will Spectre keep Leonard ahead for the back straight? It looks like it. He's not overtaking him. And here we go, who will get DRS? And it's Spectre who gets DRS. So Spectre, easy P1 on the back straight. What an unbelievable starting lap, Bob.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. Let's go through the rest of the grid. There's another good start for Lars. He's up into P5. And Jamal, the McLaren driver, he's starting to have his start
quite a bit.
And this is just getting worse for him.
Look at this, unbelievable.
Where the hell did that happen? We see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars all fighting for this P3 position. Jamal takes that P3 back from Air.
As Jamal takes back P3, but Aturnus is not going to have any of that, as it's literally a complete dogfight for P3, as P3, 4, 5, 6, and just P3 from P6 are battling for third. Look at what is happening out there. As you check up on the leaders now, Leonard is getting DRS, and he needs to keep that DRS to Spectre in order to have a chance to win this race.
Jaden is at an absolute stinker compared to his pace at Texas. He's dropped down to P12. And we have it was a brilliant qualifying from Joseph, to be honest, but he's dropped down to P10, and the 2 Audi drivers are fighting with Alex, the Williams driver, joining in on this fight.
And the Red Bull of Lars is also joining them to the battle. And Sama.
Spectre takes curb. He almost spins out. Leonard takes the lead of the race.
Oh,
Leonard
you're right.
Leonard re-inherits the lead of the race, but Spectre has just seemed like the faster driver. As you can see, Chaotic's trodden Red Bull over
Spectre
there.
is faster, but Leonard has so much more consistency. He's managed to keep such a tight line throughout this race so far. As he's, I think, is Spectre actually starting to fall back? Or is that just vision lag for me?
It's just vision lag as Spectre's fastest Sector 1. As I said, he is the faster driver. He will always be the faster driver at this track. Even though the practice time's insane, he is just faster on race pace. And here we go, Spectre on the attack. He's obviously not going to go through on this straight because there is a bigger straight and an easier opportunity to overtake for Spectre.
But now we have Mikey takes P3. You can see this P3 just keeps getting tossed around between multiple drivers. As even Lars is starting to attack Mikey on this the longest straight here in this track. And Jamal is following these 2 drivers, the Red Bull drive and Mercedes drivers. As Lars takes P3.
Speaking of, Mikey's up to P3. Wolven is up to P3. Mikey is up to P4. Jamal's P5. Aturnus has fallen back quite a bit due to a penalty. And here we go, Spectre re-inherits the fastest lap.
And the lead of the race, but Leonard is not giving this up. Look at him, just flicking the car every turn, getting all of the grip, starting the challenge.
This is going to be just like at the start of this season. This is going to be another one of these Leonard versus Spectre battles. Who's going to come out on top today?
Yep, as Wolven P3, he seems to be building a gap to Mikey. And
is Wolven finally going to be able to get good points? He keeps
For
crashing
Red
out in
Bull.
the other races, but will he finally be able to get points? Let's see.
Reminds you of a certain F1 driver called Pastor Maldonado. Very quick, but
It really
very
does.
inconsistent. And here we go.
Right now, that five-car group for P3 has now split apart. We have three drivers, Jamal, and Mikey, and Lars close together. They're followed by Samek in P6, and Joseph and Kurnis is down in P8 right now. But considering his qualifying position, this is looking good.
Jaden
All right,
on
as
the back of Junior.
Leonard takes the lead. Spectre gives him the position because obviously that DRS is very strong on this track.
Yep.
So things have calmed down in the race. So it is Leonard, Spectre, Lars, Mikey, Jamal, Samak, Super Joseph, Aturnus, Alex, Joni, Jaden, SF, Leon has fallen back to 12. That's quite unfortunate. And
Spectre went a bit wide there. But
yeah, and
he
Leonard
keeps the
fastest
guideline through the
sector one.
chicane.
Yeah, Leonard fastest
I'm
sector
getting
one.
a lot of lag, so I can't actually see who's leading. They keep jumping up ahead of each other.
Since Spectre's gonna get the DRS, it's most likely gonna be. Actually, wait, Spectre does not get DRS.
It's
From
neither.
what I've seen.
No, it's neither of the drivers. Both drivers are side
Yeah,
by
none
side.
of the drivers get DRS.
DRS. Interesting.
And so now Spectre retakes that lead. But down the
As
chicane, Leonard goes very tight. That was a brilliant chicane for him there as he takes the lead now. But coming onto the
Yeah, but
final
it's still a
12th turn, it's Spectre,
dogfight for both of them.
as they go side by side coming into turn
Only
one here.
600.
Leonard takes the lead now. They keep exchanging this thing, and nobody seems to be getting the edge on the other. As Leon drops down quite a bit because he has to serve his drive-through
Okay, I have
penalty.
some information on why Leon is so low. It's because he has already served his drive-through penalty.
Yep, he was instructed by the FIA to serve it within the first 3 laps because he didn't serve it before. The Spectre takes the lead once more time here coming onto the first DRS straight.
Yeah, Leonard setting the
Looking like
fastest
a-
sector ones.
It's looking like a game of DRS.
Ooh, but
chicken.
Leonard
Put
keeps
this
very
goal
tight
all
on
way
the
to
turn,
final lap.
and Spectre gets the DRS. Leonard has the lead though, but the Spectre is gonna take this now because the DRS.
Yeah, or Spectre just seems a little.
Oh,
too
maybe
far
not.
behind, actually. Yeah, Spectre. I think
And
Spectre
Leonard
doesn't
keeps
want.
the lead.
I think the strategy for Spectre here is P1 and 2 can easily battle for the lead all they want, and Spectre wants to conserve his tires and also
Yeah.
not get visually impeded in the sling chicane. So what I think he's doing is to avoid as much of visual impeding and also not battle too hard to conserve his tires. So I think Spectre is doing the right thing over here.
And let's join back with this battle for P3. Lars is dropped down from P3 and Mikey takes it. It's a 2-3 for Mercedes right now as Ernest is fought back up to P5. Haven't even seen this brilliant racing from him. Jamal is following him by just around a second in P6. And Leonard still has the lead, so I think you were right about this one. Spectre does not seem as aggressive as he was. He's probably conserving his tires. As I've said many times before, Spectre has been known for his masterclass strategy.
As if we look on the data, Spectre is at the fastest most sector. Leonard and Spectre are on the same tire levels.
Coming onto the chicane. Ooh, Leonard takes too much turn there. His car goes slightly airborne for just like a bit of a second there, and Spectre takes the lead of the race one more time.
Ooh, a little wide
but
there
he
for
goes
Spectre.
a bit wide there, so Leonard retakes this lead.
Yeah, but Spectre
not
still has the
lead.
fastest lap. All right. Beppis, what do you think of the race so far?
Oh, Leonard had a big drift!
Big moment!
Sideways! What a cross! Oh my god!
this is so unfortunate.
This
It
is
looks like
really
Leonard is
unfortunate.
struggling for grip right now. The constant battle between Spectre has already
Oh
made
my
a
goodness,
goal.
that has completely destroyed his left tires, 96 and 94, just because of that huge moment. Oh, he's
What a
dropped down.
spin.
And now Spectre has a 2-second lead. This is what Spectre was doing. He was conserving. He was waiting for that one mistake to happen. And it happened. And he takes the lead by a 2-second margin now. This is very unfortunate for Leonard. He was looking he had so much space around here. But now he's in P2 right now. with 2.3
Yeah.
second
Leonard needs the
away.
DRS.
Bob,
If he does
after
not get DRS, he
qualifying,
will
Leonard
challenge.
looked completely dejected in chat, saying Spectre's already has the title on one hand because he's already on pole. He's got that point. He's got those 2 points, and now he's going to win the sprint most likely because of that mistake and get the fastest
He's going
lap
to get
point.
11 points. So he's going to get a total. He's going to get every single possible point you can get if he wins this race.
Yeah, he could get a Grand Chelem if he can do this absolutely perfectly.
The mental pressure on Leonard must be so huge. This is like rewatching the 2018 season between Hamilton versus Vettel.
Yes, great comparison.
Spectre
Yep.
setting the fastest first sector again. Making
Now Spectre,
that gap
without the
wider.
pressure from Leonard with no dirty air, is trying to absolutely fly as he gets the purple first sector.
Does not want Leonard in his DRS, or that will challenge him for the win of the sprint race.
Let's see who is going to be the first to box, though. There's no way these mediums can go all the way. Because
Yeah,
the
it
tires,
seems that
they'll
Leonard
drop
is going to
off
have to box
soon.
first because Leonard's rears
Yep.
are about 6%
Yo,
worse than
those are very
Spectre's.
bad rear tires there. He's going to have to come in.
Yeah, and let's check up on Mikey. Mikey has built a 4-second gap to Woven, so he's doing well. Aturnus is also doing pretty well, trying to catch Lars. In fact, he is catching Lars quite aggressively.
Oh, and just as you say that, he takes too much curve and almost loses it.
Yeah,
The commentator scares right there. He loses a lot of time.
Yeah, but Leonard probably very dejected from that. A loss of confidence means a loss of pace from the car. And I seem to be correct because Spectre has barely lost anything from that slight mistake.
Man, what an exciting race, especially the battle between Spectre and Leonard for the first 10 laps. But now we're entering the second phase of the race here, where Spectre now has a huge advantage over Leonard. With a 3-second gap, Spectre has all
Speaking
the
of
cards.
Spectre,
Yep.
he's just doing a Lewis Hamilton-esque performance, fastest sectors every single lap on used tires, on fresh tires. It doesn't matter. He's just going to absolutely vaporize anyone on his path. It doesn't matter
And
who
Leonard
it
is
is.
falling even more back down.
More behind.
Oh my god, that rear left 87%, but he is not coming into the pits yet.
I think what
As
Leonard should
Ayako
do is
comes into the pits.
he can 100% catch Mikey, and he can go into softs, get the fastest lap, salvage some points, and overtake Mikey. But again, the constructor's title is also very important, and in Leonard's mind, I don't
Lars
think
comes
he
into the
wants.
pits. He was losing a lot of time, but he's coming into the pits now.
So he's gone on
Or
soft. So
not
is he
with
gonna?
Leonard.
So
I think
is
it's
he
gonna be an
try?
MS right now.
Yeah. So is he gonna try and get the fastest lap?
Let's
Probably.
see. I think this is gonna be his first actually good performance here, and Jaden also comes into the pits.
And speaking of good performance, good strategies also come into this because he's only 4 seconds behind Joseph, who's on much worse medium tires. So Lars is going to be flying on those tires. So this could be a strategic masterclass for Red Bull.
Yep, that is true. But let's see. I wonder when exactly Leonard is going to come into the pits. I feel like he
Leonard
should
has
be
not
coming into
hit.
the pits soon. You can just see
So,
his tires are
advantage
not
is almost
good at
lost
all.
by now.
Both of his rear
Are-
tires are below 90.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
If
Hold
he
right
doesn't
there.
pit soon,
I think
Wait,
Leonard...
Mikey has pit.
Oh,
Mikey has pit.
Mikey pits. It's
Does
not
this
good
mean
for
Spectre will
Leonard.
come
He
in
has
next?
this lap.
with Mikey pitting, Leonard now has a gap to pit. So is he going to pit now? As we can see, Leonard's actually
And-
struggling for
And,
grip.
and Mikey needs to be ahead of
Someone crashed.
and
ahead
that's a
of
crash. That's a crash. That's a crash for the Audi driver. Is it going to be safety car though?
And Jamal has come into the pits in reverse because he's lost his front wing on the final corner. So
And that's
Mikey
no
is
safety
important.
car.
That's no,
No safety car, no safety car.
Safety car.
And here we are. Aturnus is going to have to absolutely fight for it, no matter what. So, and Mikey easily overtakes Joseph. There's no comparison there. So he's easily going to overtake Joseph, Samuk, and Aturnus, arguably. But a
Spectre
Turnus...
comes in. Spectre comes in.
Leonard
Spectre's
has
in.
the pit. Leonard
No.
doesn't.
And
win.
Leonard does not come in. He takes the lead of the race now.
Is
because,
Leonard doing a zero stop?
Is he going a no stop?
Leonard is going to be losing so much time, and Spectre is in clean air. He has no one attacking him. Could this be?
Air is obviously doing a no stop. He's on hard, so this no stop is going to be easy for him. He's now P2. Ooh, who was that? I just saw someone hit the wall there. Lost the rear
Yep.
and hit the wall. I'm not sure who that was though.
Yeah,
And more
as
drivers
Mikey-
come into the pits. Joseph comes into the pits now.
Yeah, so it's a
And Leonard
10-second
leads
gap.
with a 10-second gap.
So in 4 laps, Spectre is going to have to gain 2.5 seconds. And with the way this race is looking, and looking at Mikey's sectors, it could be very much possible. Because Leonard's tires are...
Just look at the tires on Leonard.
Yeah, I don't think he should be staying out, honestly. It's a really bad idea.
Yeah, I think
'cause-
it's a bit too late. If he comes in now, that's another fuck strategy for Ferrari.
Yeah, as
Exactly.
he's already sliding around a lot. Does he come in? He comes in!
And he comes
Leonard
in. He comes in.
Leonard
This
comes
is not
in.
gonna be good. This is not. I'm already calling this. This is not gonna be
You're
good.
gonna need us. Absolute banker
wait.
of
And so definitely Leonard is not
Spectre
going.
takes the lead now.
He takes the lead, and Mikey is about
Where
to set
is
the
Leonard gonna
fastest
come out
lap.
though?
If he comes back behind a Turnus, it's
Air
all
is
over.
just about to cross him,
And
Here's
a
the
Turnus
Audi.
is not ahead.
and he
This is
keeps the lead.
That was a Haas, not an Audi.
Leonard keeps P2. I mean,
Yep, and Spectre fastest second.
and
one.
Leonard is on better tires. He's on softs compared to Air's hards.
And-
But this means his contention for P1 is gone now.
So that
He's dropped
means
down too
Leonard
much, and
was
there's too
never.
few laps.
Yeah.
So that means
So
Leonard
it's-
was never playing the must game here to get P1. He was just simply responding to Spectre after all.
I think
Yeah,
he might be
so-
going to push more for the feature race. This is just a sprint race after all.
Yeah,
but-
but the drivers' championship. is
Now
on
we're gonna
hand.
see a battle for P2 between Haas and Ferrari. We've seen Haas get a
Don't-
few podiums with Chaotic, but now Chaotic is in a Ferrari car, so
And here we
It's
go.
gonna be another
Spectre's
podium for Haas.
absolutely grinding it out on this lap. Let's see what fastest lap he can set. And here we go. I think it's going to be a
that was a
107
brilliant
mid.
lap.
Nope.
Ooh,
it's a
but he lost a lot of time
108.3.
there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's the chicane. That chicane is going to be the hardest obstacle for the fastest lap.
Yep.
Mikey switching to the softer compound tires has not worked out for him because he's just invalidating. Oh, he's cut completely. He's just decided to take the penalty and get on with it. That's going to give Lars P4. What is happening to
Ooh,
Mikey?
Wait, I just saw a few cars lose a lot of time there, as now Lars and Mikey are starting to have a battle, and
Yep, and here we
Lars
go.
takes Lars keeps his P4. I think he was already ahead. I'm not sure.
And a Turnus on older tires showing Leonard that, hey, your P2 may not be as safe as you think. He's just hanging around back there. And if Leonard makes a mistake, it's all over. And let's see. So, this is a
Spectre
battle
goes
for the
purple
lead.
2 sectors again.
Purple double sector, clean chicane. So let's see what he can set. I think it's going to be...
This is gonna be a beautiful lap one more time. Another
Yep.
beautiful lap from Spectre here. What's it gonna be?
It is a
It's
107.6.
107.6.
So no one's going to be taking that fastest lap away as the fuel burns off. And as
Leonard
Spectre...
is keeping his P2.
Yep.
And Lars and Mikey went wide. Mikey went wide, and now Lars is all over his gearbox. But even Lars went wide there. So now both are just right next to each other, fighting for this P4 position.
Yep, and Spectre sets another fastest first sector, looking just absolutely formidable. Cannot be beaten.
This is brilliant
Absolutely
racing from
spectacular.
Spectre. We've not seen it for a bit of a time. We haven't seen it in Texas, but this is once again a Spectre masterclass and a Spectre domination.
Yep. This just reminds you of
You guys go.
performances that has happened in real life, the dominant ones, the ones that strike fear into the other driver's hearts, such as 2008.
This is the penultimate lap now. Leonard seems to have managed to keep his P2. But that just makes sense. You know, he's on softs and Air is on
Yeah, does
older
Spectre stay on the
hards.
fastest lap? Yes, he does. He improves by 200.
107.6.
Yeah, 107.6, but it was a 0.663. Now it's a 0.647. My goodness, what?
So now we see the AlphaTauri and Audi
Oh,
drivers are
Lars
fighting.
overtakes Mikey for third place.
P4, not third.
Oh, sorry, that's P4.
Yeah, as a turn
But
is.
yeah, we've seen
P3.
these two. We've seen this pair constantly battling throughout this race.
As here we go, Spectre has literally equaled his first sector. As you can see on the sector times, it's 0. That means he's
Oh,
equaled his
wow.
fastest first sector. Oh my goodness.
As we come, it's the last lap right now. So the Spectre is on the last DRS straight.
This is amazing. Look at it. He's only.
Well, Leonard has the
300
fastest
off.
lap. 107.5. Leonard has the fastest. Wait, when did that happen? Did I miss
I
this?
Yes, Leonard got the fastest lap. I think the sector times are bugging. That's why I didn't show. But here we go. He's looked indomitable. He's looked unbeatable. It is Spectre who
And
takes the
Spectre
sprint race
wins.
win.
He does not get the fastest lap, however.
And Leonard
Yeah.
comes home in P2 with the fastest lap. That's 9 points for Leonard. And Air comes home on his debut race in BFR. Take P3.
Wolvern. Oh, Wolvern makes a mistake. He's gone. He's fine.
No!
He's got a penalty. Mikey is P4. Mikey is P4 now. He cuts the chicane, and he's bottled it. But it'll be enough. Joseph does not have a good race for Wolven. He's gotten points finally, and Joseph is.
And Joseph
P6.
beats Samek in the dying laps of the race to get P6, followed by Samek in P7. Jamal
And
comes home
Jaden
to
has
take
had an absolute dreadful race, coming in at P9.
Jamal comes home to take the last few points of the sprint race here. And Jaden comes home P9. It's Joni in P10.
Yep, so a brilliant race from everyone here. What a sprint. Beppis, what did you think of the sprint?
Oh, that was exciting. Honestly, I couldn't tell whether this sprint race is better than last week's Texas Grand Prix or this is even better, but
Wait,
I
I
love the
just
battle.
saw something that happened. Alex, the Williams driver, overtook Joni on the line because Joni slowed down thinking he was fine.
Bruh. Celebrated too early, huh?
No way.
Yeah,
Celebrated
celebrated too early.
And lose your points. Absolute sadness for Joni. He must be feeling.
Well, there's no points for P10 and P9. It's just sprint race, so P1 to P8. That's the only point receivers.
So Aturnus, P3.
What a
Anyways,
brilliant
boys,
race
that was a brilliant race.
That was an absolutely fantastic race.
And that's
thank you.
just the sprint. Let's see how it goes for the main race
The feature race.
tomorrow. And we'll see you next
Yeah.
time.
And we will see you next time. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Goodbye.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
Okay, time to send it to Gay Boy.